So if you don't like people to call you the anti-Jesus because you did not follow their falsehood, and I know for sure that people are using the same tactics of the Christians. They say, you are the enemies, you hate the Imams. That's not true. But I'm saying what the Imams said. If you found the word of the Prophet, if you found my word disagree with the words of the Prophet, disagree with what Allah said, then throw my word away. Throw my opinion away and follow the book and the Sunnah. That's what the four Imams, they unanimously said this. So people, the blind followers today, they follow them in everything except in this term. They said, don't imitate us blindly. They said, don't imitate us blindly. So it's not that Wahhabi, for example, believe. No. The Imams themselves said, don't imitate me, don't follow me blindly. And follow the book and the Sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Now this is another very important point that I should address. Is the objection that the Imam said that, don't follow me, follow the Hadith or sahih Hadith or whatever, if it goes against me, throw my ruling away, accept that, and other variants from the four Imams. But one has to understand the audience to whom these Imams were referring to. This audience was not layman like me or anyone else. When we have not even gone through all the books of Ahadith, which by the way, just for the general knowledge of the Ghair Muqalladeen, is more than the 6 Sahih Sitta. There are many more. So when we have not even gone through all of them, we don't even know all the Ahadith, how are we going to judge what is right and what is wrong? And this is only about knowing the Hadith. If you go into much in-depth studies, you will find that there are so many issues that you really need to be an expert on these issues and these sciences in order to determine something. But some people think that they're just sitting on google.com, oh, Sahih Bukhari, yes, this hadith fine, oh, Sahih Bukhari says it, so that's it. In entire 1200, 1300 years of Islamic scholarship, no one has ever said that if a hadith is in Sahih Bukhari, so then that is it, that's the command. No one has ever said it. So the audience that these Aimma were referring to were actually themselves mujtahids. They had the capacity, they had the expertise in this field, that they were able to judge that, okay, in light of new evidence, if they found any, then they were able to judge the rulings. And they did that. That is why you find many a times that Imam Abu Yusuf or Imam Muhammad differed from Imam Abu Hanifa in their rulings. Now Shah Waliullah Muhaddid Hilmi Rahmatullah alayhi, he writes regarding such things, he writes, these words apply to him who has the ability to make ijtihad of some kind, and he knows that which the Prophet ﷺ allowed and what he disallowed, and also that this saying is not abrogated. Either he has examined all ahadith and words of both who disagree and who agree, and concluded that there is no evidence of its abrogation, or he has observed a large number of learned ulama conducting themselves on it, and he is assured that the Imam who disagrees with the hadith has no evidence except verdicts and deductions. In such cases, disagreement with the Prophet ﷺ's hadith is either because of concealed hypocrisy or open foolishness, nothing else. And this is of course in Hujjatullah al-Baligha. People can read that for the reference. So this was the audience that the Aimma were actually referring to, not laymen like you and I. Further, it is stated in Kifaya Sharah Hidayah, and if the Mufti has the quality, that is Mujtahid, then the layman must follow him even if the Mufti might err. No one else is reliable. This saying is reported by Imam Hassan from Imam Abu Hanifa, Ibn Rustam from Imam Muhammad, and Bashir ibn al-Walid rahmatullah alayhi from Imam Abu Yusuf rahmatullah. Now, Allama Saifuddin Amdi, he has written, It is wajib for the common people and those who have studied some reliable sciences on ijtihad but have not qualified to make ijtihad to follow the sayings of the mujtahid and act according to their rulings. But some Mu'tazila of Baghdad disallow, and the Mu'tazila were one of the first people who were anti-taqleed. They were one of the first people who were anti-taqleed. Further on, Allama Khatib Baghdadi, he writes, it is ascribed to some Mu'tazila that even a layman cannot observe the sayings of a scholar until he knows the reasoning behind the instructions. But this idea is very wrong, for the layman has no way to know the reasoning unless he acquires knowledge of fiqh or for years together, keeps company of the jurists for long times, studies the methods of qiyas. All people cannot undertake this task. So we have to know who is being addressed. We cannot pick something because we just like it or somehow seemingly it agrees to us. So we pick something from here, pick something from there, pick something from there, make a complete mess and present it to the people and say, look, everyone agrees with us. That is incorrect. That is not a very good approach as far as Islam is concerned. It's not, well anyways, as far as other sciences as well, but Islam is something that is so important that our akhirah depends on it. If we slip, then we've slipped. So we have to be very, very sure. So we cannot take random things from here and there, put them together and present it to everyone. So inshallah, I hope people will understand that the sayings of the A'immah, they were in context, they were to a specific audience, not to people like you and I who haven't even read the entire Hadith, let alone being able to judge what is sahih and what is not. So some people say, oh no, but my ghair muqallid imam, ghair muqallid say that my imam, he judged them and he has acquired this knowledge. So why are you giving preference to your imam over preference to, let's say, a Hanafi or a Shafi'i or a Maliki imam and their judgment on that particular hadith? Why? On what basis are you giving it? If this in itself is not taqleed, then what is? So let's see what the Shaykh has to say now.